Hey, what's up guys, this is 9Lives coming at you with another video, and what you're watching here is some Call of Duty Online snipers only gameplay using the bow and arrow. So this is a game that I haven't touched in a really long time. Since it was in development in 2014, they had a closed beta for it. I played a little bit of that, and I haven't touched it since. I never actually ended up playing the full game until just a few days ago. What made me want to try out the full game and re-download this is the fact that they've just recently added this snipers only game mode, which I love. And they let you use a bow and arrow in snipers only. So this is me running around with a bow and arrow when everybody else is trying to use a sniper rifle. I thought it was pretty fun. As you can see here, I've just opened this supply drop and I've got a pink intervention skin, and that's what I'm going to be using for the first 20 kills of this match here on Hard Hat. This is a Modern Warfare 3 map, by the way. And then for the last 10 kills, I'm going to switch to that bow and arrow to finish off the match. Now, the bow and arrow in this game is actually incredibly difficult to use. And it's not for the reasons you might think. What makes it hard is that if you're going to be playing Call of Duty Online from North America, so I'm located in Canada, I actually still need to connect to a server over in China in order to play this game. So this game doesn't do like peer-to-peer hosting like a normal Call of Duty game. You actually need to connect to a server, and in this case, because this game was actually intended just for Chinese players to be playing, that's why everything's in Chinese. I don't speak Chinese, it's just the market that this game was made for. The servers are all located in China. So the server that I'm connected to for this match is the North China server, and that means for me and anybody else playing this game from North America, you're going to have a lot of lag that you're going to have to deal with. So it's not that bad when I'm sniping. As you can see, it's pretty manageable. I'm able to quickscope people just fine and everything like that. But when I whip out the bow and arrow, it gets really tricky because the bow and arrow, it's like a projectile instead of just a bullet, which is in Call of Duty, the bullets are not actual projectiles. They instantly register as soon as you shoot. Whereas the bow and arrow, it actually has a travel time for the arrow to go through the air and then hit your enemy. So because of that, the lag is incredibly difficult to deal with. There's, that travel time. There's also a little bit of a drop with the arrow, so over a distance it goes lower. And because you need to lead your shots a little bit, even with the sniper rifle, I have to shoot a little bit in front of where people might be running, or kind of anticipate their movement a little bit when I'm taking the shot. With the bow and arrow, with all the extra complications that it adds, it's super difficult to hit anyone on, in this case, like 300 ping. If you guys are unfamiliar with the term ping, it's how long it takes your computer to communicate with the server. So in order for my computer to communicate with the server over in northern China, it takes about 300 milliseconds. And that means I'm way behind everybody else in the lobby. Like most people probably have like 50 milliseconds as their ping. That's around normal. But yeah, if I'm 300 milliseconds ping, that's basically what causes the issue. Yeah, it's still fun to use the bow and arrow, but it would be way more fun if they actually had servers in North America for this game. Oh well. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up because that's probably that's what I was thinking of the whole time when I was playing this. Like, man, the bow and arrow would be so much easier to use if we actually had North American servers for this game. So I just wanted to mention that because that's honestly largely why I got the first 20 kills using the intervention, because it's just so much easier. And also, I thought it might be interesting for some of you guys, if you're subscribed to me, to see me quickscoping on PC for the first time, because I've uploaded a ton of videos on console. Basically every single video I've uploaded to my channel is console gameplay in either Call of Duty or a few other games, but it's always been on console. And for whatever reason, I have no idea how this is still the case, but even now in 2017, a lot of people still seem to think that quickscoping is an abuse of the aim assist on consoles. I think this video is a good opportunity to refute that, because on PC there's no aim assist, because on PC you don't need to have aim assist. The whole point of aim assist is that on a console you have a very limited range of motion with the thumbstick. You have about 2 inches as your range of motion, and that's where you get all of your aim out of. On PC you have a huge range of motion in comparison. I have an 18-inch mouse pad and I have a lot of room to maneuver, and that's super precise when I'm aiming. As you can see, I have no problem at all quickscoping these guys without aim assist, because it's not an abuse of aim assist to quickscope. I'll put a clip up on the screen to show an example of quickscoping in Counter-Strike, just so you can see that, any PC game that you play, you don't need aim assist in order to quickscope. There's no aim assist on PC games, and quickscoping looks exactly the same as it would in Call of Duty. So basically the reason why we have aim assist in any console first-person shooter is to try and close the gap between the amount of control that you'd have on a console controller, where you only have a 2-inch range of motion with a thumbstick, and the full range of motion that you'd have with a mouse and keyboard on the PC. So if aim assist is removed from sniper rifles in Call of Duty, it's the exact same difference as removing aim assist from from other weapons in the game, like the SMGs and the assault rifles and the shotguns. It's the exact same thing to remove aim assist from a sniper rifle. So it is possible to play with an SMG or an assault rifle or a shotgun or whatever other gun you want to use in Call of Duty without aim assist when you're playing on a console. It's just nowhere near as precise, and it's just not very pleasant because it's very little control that you get with a 2-inch thumbstick on the controller. So hopefully this quickscoping gameplay on PC has helped to convince you that quickscoping is completely independent from aim assist and the two are not related at all. The point that I wanted to make though is, oh by the way, I just switched to the bow and arrow there, so next I'm just going to try and die here and then I'll start using the bow and arrow for the last 10 kills. The point I'm trying to make here though is that if there's no aim assist on sniper rifles in Call of Duty, like essentially what they did with Call of Duty Black Ops 3, or they greatly reduced the aim assist, and also for Infinite Warfare, just recently, like 3 months ago, Infinity Ward put in a new sniper rifle into the game through the supply drop system, and they completely removed aim assist from that sniper. It has absolutely zero aim assist, where every other gun in the game has aim assist. So the problem with that is, even though you can still quickscope and there's no problems quickscoping, it makes the learning curve for especially new players incredibly steep. See, there's an example of how difficult it is to use a bow and arrow with this lag. You can see I was trying to hit that guy. It took like 5 shots or something, and then I think he just knifed me. But anyways, so the problem is the learning curve, right? It makes it very difficult for new players to get into sniping at all. And sniping has always had a higher learning curve than other guns in the game because, I mean, if you wanted to, you could just spray and pray with an SMG or whatever. But snipers are for people who want to challenge themselves a little bit more. But the problem, I think, with removing aim assist is that the learning curve is so steep for these new players that a lot of them are not going to bother, right? And it takes a huge part of this game completely out for these new players so they don't get to experience it. Someone like myself who's been playing the game for a really long time has no problem adapting. That's why you see people like Pomage just ripping in Black Ops 3 and getting insane clips despite the basically no aim assist. But I don't think it's good for the health of the game. Anyways, I hope that they are reasonable with the aim assist in Call of Duty World War II, because there has been a trend over the last few years of them really messing with it, and I just don't think it's logical, and I don't think it's good for the health of the game. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd be interested to see what you guys think of the whole aim assist topic. I know a lot of other YouTubers, especially the ones that don't snipe, actually don't call it aim assist, they call it auto aim, which is an incorrect term, but I think they say that just to hate on it and they realize it's the incorrect term. But anyways, yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments, especially if you disagree with me. I'd be interested to see what you say, and I would encourage anybody watching this to have a discussion about it, not just not just state the opinion, but actually comment and reply to other people and see what we get. I'll jump in the comments too and I'll talk with you guys. By the way, there's going to be an opportunity to play with me very soon. I'm going to be playing Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, and then all the Call of Duty games leading up to Infinite Warfare. And then we'll get into the Call of Duty World War II beta. So this is my Time Traveler series coming back. Originally, when I did it the first time, I started with the most recent Call of Duty and then worked my way back to the oldest Call of Duty. I'm going to do it in reverse this time and then lead up to the release of World War II. So if you guys want to play, I'll leave the details in the comment section down below in a pinned comment. It's going to say my gamer tag where you can add me. I'm specifically looking for people who want to play Call of Duty 1, so Call of Duty Classic on Xbox 360 is what it's called, Call of Duty 2, and Call of Duty 3, because it's really hard to get a lobby together on those games since the population is so low. So if you have any of those games, look in the comment for details of how you can play with me this weekend, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see another video, check one of the ones on the screen now, and I'll see you soon with a new one. Peace.